friends, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'd like to share a follow-up to my 2020 lineup video and share with you what's been working and what changes I've made. I've gone ahead and made a playlist on my channel page called 2020 lineup, and that playlist will contain any updates to my journals, my planners, my setups, all that good stuff. So if you'd like to see how my lineup looked like in the beginning and how my setups are for some of my planners and journals, do check out that playlist. I think it would be fun to gather all of my videos and see how my setup changes over time. So if this video interests you at all, do consider subscribing. I make more videos about journals, planners, and pens. So here is my current lineup as of April 2020. It looks like a lot because it is a lot, but don't be scared. I have here my planners, my journals, I also have my wallet, and I have my home binder here that I am working on. I'll get to this at the end of the video. But for now, I'm going to start with my planners. And here are the two planners that I've been using. As you can see, I've gone pink. I know it's a little late for spring, but I could use some fun pinks in my life. And these are both from Moterm. This is the Milk Pink A5 cover and the Croc Pink Pocket Planner. I did an unboxing of this cover on my channel. I'll link that below. All videos I mentioned in this update will be linked below. So I've done a video before on how I use my Moleskine weekly planner, and the only thing that's changed since then is I changed my cover. So I'm gonna do a quick flip of my new cover. This is my Moleskine weekly that I used as my main planner. And opening it up, I don't have anything on these card pockets. To be honest, I don't really know what to do with it. I do keep my washi cards over here because it's tall enough to hide my washi cards, so it looks nice and clean. And then I have my little field notes notebook. I have it tucked away in this full height pocket. And it's nice and out of the way. It's like it's never there, which is really cool. And then on this pocket, I have this piece of scrapbook paper. And in it, I've got some page flags and sticky notes. So here's what it looks like. This sticky note is from Daiso, and then this set up here is from Amazon. Although the quality of these page flags and sticky notes aren't that great, so I don't recommend them. I'm just using them because I have them. And I will link it below anyway if you're curious. I like to keep this tucked in here because I do like to use sticky notes and page flags on my planner. As you can see, I have a couple of tabs over here. And then in the back, in the secretarial pocket, is where I keep my little note papers. And I just got this little vintage die cut. And then in this full height pocket is where I keep my to-do stickers and my rulers. It does get a bit messy, but as long as it works, it doesn't bother me too much. So that is my A5 cover. And then here is my pocket planner. And I did switch to the 30mm rings, and she is quite chunky now. I don't really stuff my planner as much as others do, but I do love how much space I have now for inserts. And I have minimal deco on this planner just because I want to keep it simple and minimal. I do have this little star charm on the zipper here. And then in the back, I just have this Instax picture of me. I've also done a video of how my pocket planner is set up. I used a Giglio Pocket XL Campagna in that video, and all I've done is just take out this entire insert and then put it in this planner. That's it. The only thing that's different is I have this fly leaf. Otherwise, my inserts are all the same. Still tracking my personal spending, still meal planning on this planner, and I'm still using the back of this planner for throwaway notes, which I love having on my pocket planner because whenever I need to make a phone call or do some research online or even take notes when I'm editing my video. As you can see, I got some notes on my previous video. So yeah, that is my pocket planner. Not much has changed either on that front. And by the way, I've had this planner for maybe 6 months now, and it's gotten really soft over time. Oops, didn't need to take it out. But yeah, so this was quite stiff when I first got it, and now it's gotten so soft, and I'm really happy about that. And I'm really excited to see how this planner is going to age over time. So those are my two planners, not much to add there. I'm going to move on to my journals now. And here are my 3 journals for 2020. Not much has changed. The only big change that I've made is I moved up to B6 size for my daily journal. So this is a Chic Sparrow B6 Mockingbird in light blue jay, and inside I have a Design Works ink notebook. And I've written a fair bit since I started this journal maybe 3 weeks ago. I did ease up on the daily journaling. I used to write at least 3 pages a day, like morning pages style, but I find that hasn't really been fitting into my lifestyle lately. Now that I have my YouTube channel and I'm trying to keep up with a regular upload schedule, I don't have as much time to sit down and write out my thoughts. I found that I've been sort of pressuring myself to write 3 pages, which is really silly because this daily journal is supposed to be serving me and not the other way around. So lately I've been reining that in and easing up on the expectation that I'm going to fill this many pages every day, because it's been sucking the joy out of journaling for me, and I really don't want that. As far as my letter cover goes, oh my gosh, I just got a scratch literally just now. So yeah, I have not been babying this leather cover at all, and as you can see, it's gotten a couple of scratches. Some of them I've been able to scratch out, as you just saw, and others not as much. Like this one, I've been massaging this over the last couple of weeks, and it's here to stay, it looks like. And that's fine with me. I don't want to be too precious with this cover because I just throw it around and I don't worry too much about the condition of the leather. I did add this Jibun Techo insert in the back, and I just use it for personal pictures, things that make me happy. So I've got some photos here, a family picture and some flower pictures back in Pennsylvania, and then I've got a vintage die cut here. This little slit is too small for an Instax picture, so I just went ahead and used this. And then in the back, I just have some more vintage deco. So not much to it, but it's fun to have little personalized elements to my journal. And this is my baby journal. Not much has changed here either. I can go ahead and show you a spread to give you a better idea of how I use this. So this is a pocket weekly planner that I use as a one-a-day journal for my baby. So over here, I just write little tidbits about how our day went, or if he reached any milestones, or any funny moments. I write it down here. And then on the right side where you have this blank page, I like to add a photo of the day and just kind of scrapbook around it. It's fun to lay down these stickers. And these are celestial themed because my cover is the Little Prince. A Little Prince journal from My Little Prince. So my spreads are focused on stars and planets and all that pretty stuff. And I did draw these myself. I just like to fill up the empty spaces with little stars. And it's so cute. I love it. Looking at this gives me so much joy. So that is my baby journal. Not much else to add. Nothing has changed. And then here is my scrapbook. This is the Chic Sparrow Austin leather is what it's called now, in the buttered rum, which they did discontinue. They did replace it with the Tea House Chai leather if you're looking for something similar. I don't know if it's the exact same leather or not, but I do know that they said that it's a very similar leather to the buttered rum. So this is my scrapbook. I finally added this year's inserts to it. And if you're curious, here's last year's scrapbook. It's gotten so chunky. And it's gotten chunky to the point that my spine was starting to fall apart. My pages were getting popped up and they were coming off. So I had to do a saddle stitch to reinforce the spine. And then that wasn't enough. My pages were getting torn here because of the string. So then I added some scotch tape to the middle here to protect that. So yeah, that was a bit of a mess, but I am continuing to use my standard size traveler's notebook for my scrapbook. And I haven't gotten around to decorating the covers, but I'll get to that eventually. And as you can see, I haven't reinforced this insert yet, but I will be doing that soon. I did start working on some spreads on this insert already. I've started a little washi spread where instead of throwing away these bits of washi tape, I'm just going to stick it on this page and then see how it turns out at the end of the year. And I have a blank insert here where I intend to practice some sketches whenever I feel like it. So as always, I'm behind on my scrapbook. I feel like I'm always playing catch up with my scrapbook, but I'll get around to it eventually. I am very slowly catching up on all my journals, so I am making progress, however slow. And this charm is from Amazon. I'll see if I can still find it, but it's so cute. I love it. So those are my 3 journals. I'd also like to add a little wallet update. As you can see, I'm back in the personal size. I really miss having the larger size for my wallet. I just feel like this is a lot more comfortable for me. I did go ahead and take out the ring protectors because I felt like this was just adding too much bulk onto my wallet. And it was really easy. All I did was unscrew these screws with a flathead screwdriver, pop out the rings, and then you can slip these out and then put the rings back in. And it's made such a difference in the thickness of the planner. It's so much thinner and floppier too, which I love. And it's a lot easier to put into my bag now, which I'm really happy about. I miss personal size in general. I've been thinking like, do I want to go back to personal size for my second planner? Ugh, planner problems, alright? And then the last thing I want to talk about is my new home binder. Now this is a work in progress. I started this a couple of days ago and I'm working on it very slowly, bit by bit, so this isn't complete at all. As you can see, it's not even adequately filled out. I will post a setup video once this is complete, but for now, I have the Flylady method set up in here. So this is what I have so far. I did print out the cleaning zones and I have it in this really pretty scrapbook paper. And then I laminated it so I can use a dry erase pen to scratch out the chores that I have done. And then when the week's over, I can just wipe it out and keep reusing this insert. And then on this side, I am drafting out how I want my daily and weekly routines to look. So I just used regular copy paper and I just wrote down a draft, and I'll be scratching this out and moving things around as I figure out how I want my routines to look. And then when I'm happy with what I have, I'll go ahead and print this out and laminate it and have it set up like this page. So my idea is I'm going to be taking out this page, and then when I move to a new zone, I'll just put it in. So then I'll always have this view when I'm looking at my home binder. And so far so good. I'm only on day 2, so we'll see how well this works out for me. So besides the Flylady method, I am planning on adding family info on this home binder. Things like birthdays, emergency contacts, recipes, maybe some wellness articles. Like I said, I'll make a video on this home binder once it's completely set up. I do like to add that I get the hype for disc bound now. Like for a while, I didn't really know what was so good about it because I would look at the Happy Planner whenever I was out and it just felt kind of cheap to me. But then when Levenger had their sale last week, I went ahead and bought the metal discs and they made such a huge difference. These feel so much better. I also like the smaller discs, the 3/4 of an inch discs. I think that's another thing that made a huge difference for me. I found the larger discs to be too bulky, but this feels really good. And I'm really happy that I chose letter size for my home binder because I can just type something up on the computer, print it, punch it, and then put it in here. And it's super easy. So yeah, that is my 2020 lineup so far. I am planning on coming back in a few months to see what's changed. So how's your 2020 system going? Have you made any big changes? Have you stuck to what you had in the beginning? I know as a regular member of the planner community, it's easy to get influenced by how other people are doing their own setups. I'm not immune to that. I definitely do feel some FOMO when I see other people's planners. Like the mini Happy Planner, that's been trending on Instagram lately, but then when I think about it, I don't know, I already have my personal planner. Like, why would I switch to a mini HP when I can just keep using my inserts here? Things like that, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know below. And thank you so much for watching. This is Spellbound Notes, and I will see you next time. Bye!